Hi, welcome back to Sadie's Spincraft. In today's video we're going to look at a worsted prep. So we're going to use the combs. We're going to comb up some Suffolk that's already been dyed. I want a worsted prep because I'm going to try and use it for socks. But this prep will be for Tour de Fleece. Even though I'm just going to show you a little bit right now, I'm going to talk about it, what the purpose of it is. So a true worsted, anyway, I'll go into it. So we're going to talk about a true worsted, and we're going to talk about just worsted and then woolen, so I can explain it all to you while I've got the fibre in my hands. So yeah, let's get over to the combs. So it is rather sunny. I hope you can see it now I'm in way. So what we've got is locks. These are Suffolk locks and they've already been dyed, and we're going to make a true worsted. So explanation of a true worsted is when you spin from butt to tip. So you could flick your locks and you could spin like that, each lock. That would also be classed as a true worsted. So what we're going to do here is just prep more than the one lock to spin one lock at a time. We don't want to do that. So if you were just doing a random worsted prep, you'd end up with a load of fleece and you'd just lash it on. Whereas because I've got my locks ready, my lashing on is literally putting the butt on and sliding it down and making sure I've got the butt end going down onto the comb and not the tip. So this is called lashing on. If I was doing it with fibre that was already clumped together, I would literally go like that, but I'd try my hardest not to catch my fingers on that because that's very, 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 very sharp. Very sharp. So we'll slide these on. Don't want too much. You'll see why in just a sec. So I'll say that's my last one. Before we start, what you want to do is loosen it up. You don't want it all together. So if you can, just loosen it all up a bit, like I said, because otherwise you're going to end up with it all clumped together and really, really hard to go through. So I like to separate it out a bit. Then we're going to start combing. I'm going to disappear out of view so you can see what's going on here, but you will not be able to see, or rather, then I won't be able to, you'll see what I mean. I'm not going to be able to hurt myself because of the way that I'm sat. So we've got us comb. Make sure you hold it either like that or with two hands. It's down to you. I prefer one. So we're going for the tips. So you're coming through the tips and pulling. Turn your comb and go back through the tips. Oh, that's got a knot. Let me just put that back on. It didn't do that last time. This is because I'm trying to show you. Sometimes I feel like my stuff has a vendetta against me. Yeah, through the tips and pull. It shouldn't take that much effort. If I'd have just opened the tips, it wouldn't have taken that much effort. So we're turning. Each time we turn, we're going back through. As you can see, this is how much pressure you should have to put on your combs. That, I don't want that coming through if I can help it. I'd rather that stay on that side. I'm going to get rid of that because I don't want that in my fibre. So I'm going to say that's it because I want rid of that bit. So now on here we've got the tips at this end and the butt at this end. To lash off this, I'm going to push this up. I'm going to separate out the back because we don't want it all clumped at the bottom because it'll make it hard to come off. So now we're going to put the butt back on and comb it through again. So you go sideways, you always go perpendicular to the comb that's on the thing. So we're going to bring it down, and I will use two hands with this. Then you turn it and bring it down, turn it, bring it down. I say turn because it just makes it that little bit easier to get the fibres nicely combed through. I've come to the last bit, so I'll just help it along and then we get rid of that bit. I'm going to do 2 more passes, so I'm going to even out the back like I've done every other time. This time it's just for picking out said bits that I don't want in, little neps and things. See if there's anything that seriously needs to come out. And this is where my fussiness starts, because I can see there I've got another knot. So yeah, this is where my fussiness starts. Now it's opened up. So let's comb. I am at arm's length with this comb as I comb through. Right, get rid of that. As you can see there, I've got a bit that I don't want, so I'm going to get rid of that. Check it if there are any what do you call it, VM in it. If it's got nothing and you're happy with it, for the last lash we'll put it back on, and this is when we will diz from the combs. I'm going to try and set up the camera so you can see the dizzing a bit better. As you've noticed, there's barely anything on the last couple of combs. So even for dizzing off, to make it easier for yourself, don't have it like this because it'd be really, really hard. Always, in my opinion, loosen it up for yourself. Right, I'm going to pause here, get the tripod and set you up so that you can see this part and what I'm doing. Right, so I've got the diz, and what I'm going to use this hole over here. I'm going to just bring you in a little bit closer so you can see, but I'm going for this one. If I was doing pencil roving, I'd use this one or this one. But if I had, say, a proper hackle, I'd use one of these two just because it makes it easier to get bigger clumps off. So, like I said, we're going to use this one. And we're going to take a tiny bit, twist, fold, so you've got a tiny little bit, twist again, and pop it through. If you have a hook that will fit, by all means, use the hook. So I'm going to draft, push forward. This hand, my left hand, is going to keep hold of the fibre. So That's going to draft. I'm going to push forward and pinch with my right hand. Then we pull, push, pinch, swap hands. Draft, push, pinch, swap hands. I tend to wrap it up. This is my normal speed of dizzing off the combs, but I thought I'd just make it a bit easier for you. So there, we have a true worsted prep. So we know this is the butt, so we'll put that on the inside of the nest so that we're spinning from the tip, which is this bit at the beginning of the nest. So I'm going to sit here and get this prepped up. Whether I end up... Oh, I wanted to talk about woolen as well, didn't I? So I talked about the worsted. The woolen is basically where all those fibres that are going straight. So you've got all these fibres going straight. A woolen, I don't care about this, is that kind of prep where they're all everywhere. That gives it more air and squish in the yarn. With a worsted, I'm going to get a very tight, smooth yarn. So if I were to just spin that up, we'll just twist it. Right, you can see I'm just twisting it on my knee right now, on fire. So you can see you've got a very fluffy woolen yarn. So if I were to get this bit, it's all nice, and just pull and twist. Oh, sorry, you're not on camera. So I'm pulling and twisting. I'm just gonna... You can already see how different that is. So let's just... It's hard to do it with my hands, but you can see the difference between a worsted and a woolen. One's more fluffy than the other. So that's your difference between worsted and woolen. Prep for the yarn will definitely be a lot fluffier and squishier, whereas that one, it'll be a lot not as forgiving on the stretch, whereas the woolen will be a lot more forgiving on the stretch. There we go. Right. So let's just... So I hope you all enjoyed this video on worsted prep with combs. Sorry, brain just went on words as the camera came on. You know, this thing happens with me. So yeah, I've got 3 nests. Now I've got a full basket to do. I'll be back another day, but this is going to take some time. So I hope you all enjoyed that video. Hope you found it very helpful and informative. If you did like the video, say it Sadie, don't spray it. If you did like the video, please hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, how about hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any more random uploads. Thank you to all the returning viewers. You're all amazing. And thank you to all the new viewers. You're all amazing too. You all make this worthwhile. Like I say, I hope you've learnt something. I'm looking rather warm, even though it's freezing outside, but being in the sun in the window seems to make me nice and warm. Don't forget, no matter where you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening or night time, I want you to do what you love doing. Love and hugs to all you fantastic people out there. I'll definitely see you all again very soon. Goodbye, my beautifuls. Mwah.